Hey there, you're watching Dirt Bike Channel. I'm your host, Kyle Brotherson. Today we're gonna find out how much this 2017 KTM 150 XCW weighs. Now, I'm gonna weigh this bike in the same way that I've weighed all the other bikes that I've done on this channel. I've got a commercial shipping scale here. I just put the bike full of fuel, you know, top off the tank, and then give a weight with its riding weight, so it doesn't have a bunch of aftermarket parts. This one actually has a skid plate on it, which weighs right around a pound, that I put on right as soon as I got the bike. So we're gonna be within about a pound, but we're gonna find out how much this thing weighs. Let's go ahead and put it on the scale. 226 pounds is what that weighs. I've got it completely off the ground. We're full of fuel. So there you have it. This bike weighs 226 pounds with a full tank of fuel and the skid plate on it, which the skid plate, it's probably a pound, maybe a pound and a half. We can round this down to 225. Now, what do I have to say about that? Because I've ridden this bike quite a bit. Does it feel incredibly light? It ends up being about 10 pounds, right around 10 pounds lighter than my 250 XC. And I have to be dead honest with you. I don't notice that this bike feels any lighter than my 250 XC. Maybe just slightly, a little bit, but it's not super drastic. Weight on the how much the bike weighs is certainly important, but weight on the scale isn't always weight on the trail. The heaviest bike that I've actually weighed on here was a Sherco 300 SEF-R. Here we go, yeah, 260.5, the Sherco 300 SEF-R. And so that bike weighed like 35 pounds heavier than this, but it didn't feel any heavier. It actually felt, it was probably the lightest feeling bike that I've used. And a lot of that has to do with where your forks are in the triple clamps, as far as how light your steering is going to feel, and how light and agile the bike is going to be. This bike does feel nimble, but it's not like drastically more nimble than my 250 XC, and it's the same year. This is the 2017 model. So this bike certainly is light, and this will feel like a twig compared to like a 450, like a 454 stroke. But it doesn't feel a ton lighter than some of the other bikes that are closer to it in displacement, like the 250s. In fact, the 250 XCF version of this bike, I didn't get to ride those back to back because I haven't had the 250 XCF for quite a while, but the 250 XCF, in my opinion, felt just as light and nimble as this bike, and maybe even a little bit easier to ride, that 254 stroke. I really, really like that 254 stroke. So that's how much the bike weighs. And again, weight is not everything, so don't read too much into that. Yes, it's the lightest bike that I've weighed to date by 9 or 10 pounds, but it's not like it feels like it's just this amazing light agile thing. It does feel amazing, and it does feel light and agile, but it's not like markedly more than a lot of the other bikes that I've ridden. And in fact, with that Sherco, the Sherco felt just as light when you're actually riding it, and it weighs 35 pounds more than this bike. So anyway, just wanted to give you a little bit of an update. I'll be doing a full review of this 150 XCW when I can kind of compile everything. I don't have a ton of off of the bike riding footage on this one because of the way that my trips and work has just kind of worked out. So, but I have ridden this quite a bit. I've had a couple of riders, like 4 different riders, ride this, and we've all kind of shared notes. And I can give you some of my thoughts here coming up pretty soon. But that's how much the bike weighs. If you like what we're doing, please remember to subscribe to the channel. Please hit the notification. Check the ringing bell over on my channel, and make sure that the ringing bell is ringing so that you get notifications about these videos. Also, I have some parts links over at my site, dirtbikechannel.com/parts. If you use those parts links, that really helps me out to be able to continue to do these types of reviews for you guys. So much love, and we'll catch you on the next one.